Welcome to Vint Corners, where timeless elegance meets romantic vintage charm. Today, step inside a home filled with Rachel Ashwell inspired shabby chic beauty. If you adore soft textures, antique details, and cozy refinement, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, comment your favorite detail, and subscribe for more inspirations. Bathed in golden morning light, the house's white clapboard exterior feels timeless. Blush-tinted shutters frame vintage windows, while trailing roses wrap a pale archway. A cobblestone path winds gently through a garden of lavender and thyme, guiding the eye toward the soft elegance of a romantic vintage entrance. Inside the entryway, light spills across a weathered rosewood console. Above it, a delicate oval mirror gleams with etched floral details. The pale blush walls hold a faint shimmer, while an alabaster chandelier scatters glints of light onto oak floors, composing a serene, inviting first impression. The living room captures warmth and softness. Linen sofas in petal pink curve around a vintage marble fireplace. Embroidered cushions, faded velvet, and herringbone floors build a tactile landscape. Sunlight filters through voile curtains, brushing gentle shadows across pastel tones and worn wood textures. Everything whispers romantic refinement. The sitting room presents vintage elegance with Gustavian furniture in dusty mauve velvet. A hand-carved settee rests on a faded floral rug, framed by oil portraits and soft molding. The robin's egg blue of a secretary desk glows in ambient light, adding calm structure to the layered romance. A long farmhouse table anchors the dining room, surrounded by pale gray chairs tied with linen bows. Crystal chandeliers hang above, refracting candlelight onto mirrored wall panels. Faded rose wainscoting and fresh floral arrangements create a scene both festive and tranquil, perfect for elegant vintage gatherings. In the kitchen, charming imperfection meets graceful function. Open shelves display mismatched floral china, while a skirted Belfast sink in chalky white glows beneath brass taps. The scent of vanilla hangs in the air. Light streams through lace-framed windows, dancing across copper pots and scalloped cabinet edges. The breakfast nook glows like a hidden garden. A white pedestal table, layered in lace, sits encircled by mint-painted chairs. Behind them, delicate wallpaper in soft periwinkle sets a pastoral tone. Ivy trails from a wicker basket, its leaves catching gentle light through the muslin-draped window panes. hallway, long and serene, draws the eye forward with seashell-toned paneling and antique botanical prints. Wrought iron sconces cast a subtle glow. The polished wood floor reflects shifting shadows as breeze flutters through the linen-swathed transom, creating a cinematic moment of calm movement and still memory. A tiny powder room blooms in romance. Faded rose damask walls meet a petite clawfoot sink trimmed in silver. An ornate mirror reflects soft opaline light. Floral tile wainscoting and antique perfume bottles complete the space, capturing an intimate, vintage allure in quiet, glowing elegance. A guest bedroom unfurls in washed pastels. A gray canopy bed, swathed in voile, anchors layers of lilac and ivory linens. The worn parquet floor creaks with age. Nearby, a floral inlaid dresser holds a crystal lamp, its glow casting long shadows over stacked hat boxes and embroidered cushions. In the main bedroom, softness and light converge. A tufted headboard rises over cascading lace and ruffled linens. Gauzy curtains frame a flood of pearlescent sunlight. The Rococo armoire, gently worn, mirrors the glow, anchoring the room in an atmosphere of aged grace and tactile warmth. The reading nook nestles beneath the slope of vintage wallpaper. A cushioned window seat brims with embroidered pillows and overlooks climbing roses. A petite bookshelf offers time-worn novels and a flickering porcelain lamp. Dried florals and a forgotten journal evoke quiet daydreams and tender, private wonder. A clawfoot tub sits centered beneath a sparkling chandelier, surrounded by alabaster beadboard and pink marble tiles. Shelves of apothecary bottles and lace towels give the bathroom a pampered elegance. Light filters softly from above, casting reflections that shimmer across every polished and pastel surface. The attic becomes an artist's hideaway. Sloped ceilings of whitewashed pine hold suspended dust motes in amber light. A rustic trestle table holds ribbon spools, dried florals, and vintage watercolors. Stacked trunks double as seats, draped in patchwork, inviting moments of creativity in blissful seclusion. On the upstairs landing, reflections shift across vintage mirrors in ornate frames. A crystal chandelier drops prism rainbows onto the French blue walls and polished floors. A faded console holds figurines and lace linens, offering a still life filled with history, softness, and old-world poise. The nursery speaks in pastels and poems. Creamy walls hold floral prints above an antique iron crib. Linen drapes surround the space with gentle movement. A vintage velvet rocker sits by a side table of lace and porcelain, where a music box softly turns in golden quiet. A garden sunroom blooms in tranquil color. Bleached wicker lounges draped in floral cushions invite rest. Potted jasmine and daisies spill from terracotta planters. Above, sunlight filters through glass and lattice, casting shadows that drift across jute rugs and linen throws with a whisper of summer air. Even the laundry room feels storybook. Weathered mint cabinetry frames a Belfast sink. Shelves lined with floral linens and French canisters rest beneath vintage wallpaper. Wicker baskets and a reclaimed counter lend authenticity. The air hums softly with routine, beauty, and the comfort of familiar textures. Facing the garden, a sitting room glows with romantic light. Floor-length windows frame blooming hydrangeas. A slip-covered love seat rests on aged wood, with a pedestal table layered in cut-glass vases and sweet peas. A chandelier above bathes everything in dew-soft glow and gentle floral shadow. The backyard feels like a vintage fairy tale. A lace-draped iron daybed rests under a rose-draped trellis. Around it, garden chairs circle a white table set with antique china and candles. Wisteria vines frame the golden hour light, casting dreamy patterns over the flagstone path and flowering borders. Thank you for joining us on this dreamy vintage journey. From charming nooks to garden escapes, we hope you found inspiration for your own romantic retreat. If you love this tour, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Vint Corners for more vintage home magic every week.